What's up guys, welcome back to MFOF, and today I'm going to be showing you everything you missed in my new short film, Perrette Scream. For those who don't know, me and my friends recently made a short film called Perrette Scream. These are going to be like the top things you missed in this movie, and I'm going to break it down like section by section, like clip by clip. So let's get straight into the video. So number one, the first thing people don't know is why the movie's called Perrette Scream. The reason we gave it the name Perrette Scream was because the director, the editor, like the film, the person who's in the Ghostface costume most of the time is actually Ollie Perrette. And yeah, so that's his last name. He has a YouTube channel, came out on his YouTube channel. So yeah, it came out on his YouTube channel. He did most of the editing. He did all the hard work. So yeah, we called it Perrette Scream after him. And also his brother was also Brody. And then his other brother was actually Joshua Westman in the beginning of the movie and later in the movie. But yeah, that's why we actually named it Perrette Scream, was after him. But yeah, let's get going.
Hello.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Who is this?
Oh, this is somebody you know from the past. Now answer my question.
Why should I?
Because if you don't, something really bad will happen to you.
So yeah, right there, that's a 5-year-old. But yeah, he's also one of the Perrettes. But yeah, in the movie, his name is Joshua Westman, and he plays my little brother, because I'm Dylan Westman. But yeah, he's actually 6, and yeah, all of the talking is actually done by Ollie. So yeah, all the Ghostface lines is all Ollie. What I find funny is that Joshua Westman actually looks at the camera and smiles as he's falling down. But yeah, so in the costume is Ollie, and yeah, throughout the whole movie, like all of us actually, like, we kept on forgetting the scream whenever we were getting attacked by Ghostface. And so right there, he whispered to Joshua Westman, he's like, "Scream." And then that's when he started screaming. He actually does the same to me whenever I get attacked in the basement. He has to whisper in my ear the scream because I also forgot the scream. Hello? Who is this?
It's the police, and I believe somebody you know was attacked.
So yeah, right there, that's actually not even my phone. That's their mom's phone that I used for that little clip. And yeah, the phone changes throughout the whole movie. In the beginning, the one that Joshua Westman got a call on, that was like an old phone. Basically, I'm getting a call from like the paramedics who arrived at the scene, I guess. Yeah, and they were basically telling me that my brother died. And yeah, I don't seem too shocked by it, but yeah, the person doing the voice of like the paramedic is Ollie Perrette, and he's also the one filming right now. Who?
Do you know anybody named Josh Westman?
That's my brother. What happened to him?
Well, he was attacked.
By who? Wait, is he fine?
Well, no, he sadly passed away a couple minutes ago.
So yeah, I'm basically, this was all the same day. So yeah, the first scene was actually like 2 weeks before any of this. It was the very first thing we filmed. And that was like when just Ollie and Eli were making the movie. But now he got me into it. So yeah, I'm now, I guess, the main character, if you would call it that. But yeah, so this is the same day as the clip before this. And yeah, so basically I'm in the basement just looking out the window, you know, as one would do. Yeah, and Ghostface sneaks up behind me, so yeah. Help! So yeah, right there he has to go up to me, he's like, "Scream," because I wasn't screaming, so he has to whisper in my ear to scream. So yeah, despite there being a knife right there, in any of the scenes in the whole movie, not a single knife was used during a action scene. That's actually the only time in the whole movie where you can actually see a knife. And yeah, we just finished shooting the scene where I got attacked. We then recorded us filming the knife drop on the floor, and then he picked it up, and yeah, so that's what you see right there. So yeah, I actually like that scene a lot because like right when I punch him, the music kicks in. But yeah, that's all in the suit right there. And fun fact, the whole movie was actually recorded on an iPad, which we just set that on the floor right now, so no one's really recording. We're just, but yeah, great job to Ollie. He did all the music, and it actually sounds really good. But yeah, I was stabbed twice in the leg there. You could hear the dog barking, and then yeah, I ran out because I punched him. So yeah, right there, that's the same dog that was barking. But yeah, right here, it looks like I'm just waiting for Ghostface to get up the stairs, but no, I'm trying to like unlock the door, but to give it dramatic effect, but you can't really tell that there.
I came as fast as I could. What happened?
So yeah, right there, that's Ollie in the green shirt. But yeah, that's the first time he's on camera, even though his voice has been said a lot. He actually plays the neighbor in this whole movie. But yeah, this is the first time we see him on camera. He apparently like heard me like getting attacked, and then he called the cops and he ran over to see what happened. So yeah, this is after the attack scene. But yeah, I managed to get a few punches in, and he ran away, and I got outside and I bandaged myself up. I don't know if it's gonna last, but I think he's coming back. He wants me dead. It's this kind of stab costume, which I don't know, like, it hurts so bad. I don't know. Is there anything you can do about it?
Yeah, the police are on their way. I already called them.
Yeah, he plays the neighbor. The reason I'm doing that, this is because, he's the killer. I mean, obviously if you're watching this, you've seen the movie already. But yeah, he tries to make everybody think he's just the nosy neighbor, but no, he's actually the killer. That's how he knew I was hurt, because he stabbed me, ran out with his costume, hid it in his house, because he actually is our neighbor, but he then hid it. He's our neighbor in the movie. He like hid it in his house, then came by, called the cops, and yeah, this next scene, I have a lot to say about this. I'm just gonna let you watch it first.
Dang, why does the sign keep falling?
So yeah, that right there, his real name is Graham. He doesn't really have like a name in the movie because this is last minute. Before the scene, we finished filming like a month prior, and then this kid named Nils came over to Ollie's house, and Ollie really wanted him to be in the movie, and this is like 5 days before the movie released, and I told him no, because like we already filmed it, and I wouldn't know where to put the scene in, but eventually I said fine, and I recorded it, but then the whole time Nils was like pretty quiet, and you couldn't really hear him scream. So yeah, we redid the whole scene with this kid. His name is Graham, and yeah, we did the whole scene. But he was also super quiet. So that's not even him talking. That's another one of Ollie's friends named JJ talking, saying, "Gosh dang it, why does the sign keep on falling over?" And then the whole scene had to be muted besides JJ's voice in the background, because there was a huge truck just beeping for like 15 minutes straight in the background, which I think is pretty funny. But yeah.
I'm coming for your brother next.
I like that scene a lot because the way Ollie does the Ghostface voice in that scene is like really good, and I like it. I also like the knife sound effects. Like I said, it was all edited by Ollie. But yeah, that scream was also by JJ, and the scream in the beginning when he gets attacked. But yeah.
So, Dylan Westman, what was this experience like for you?
I was terrified. I mean, like, I still get nightmares of, like, him coming after my friends and family. And I don't want that to happen again, so I'm being, like, very protective, and I'm looking out after them and calling them every day. So, yeah, we got the two-shot angle, one of me forward and one by the side of my face talking. Which, yeah, right now I'm in an interview about my attack. The person talking in the interview, giving me the questions is Ollie. It's just his voice, it's not the neighbor character. But yeah, this is just me getting an interview. And then for the future... It's an unknown number. The thing I'm holding isn't even a phone, it's actually like a foldable mini keyboard, which I think is funny because like we just saw it around the house, or like that would work as a good phone. So yeah, we just grabbed that, and yeah, I think that's pretty funny. So like I said, the scene before this with Graham getting attacked by Ghostface, that was filmed like way after this scene. So yeah, when we were filming this scene, the only people we had to make this movie with was Joshua Westman, Ollie, and me, Dylan Westman, which wasn't enough people. So eventually we got Charlie Perrette in this, and his name is Brody.
Hello, Westman. It would be a shame if I were to take everything you love away from you in just a snap. I'm going for your friends and your family. First, I'm going for...
He hung up. I think that was Ghostface.
Wait, no, Dylan. Where are you going?
He's going for my friend Brody next. I know. He lives down the street. I gotta go. I can make it. I can save him. So yeah, that scene had to be done like a whole bunch of times because I would go to run up the stairs, and then the interviewer would be like, "Dylan, wait," and I thought that was Ollie like saying like, "Dylan, wait, we have to redo that scene." So I would stop and look at the camera like, "What?" He was like, "No, I'm the interviewer. I'm just saying like, Dylan, wait," you know. He was like, so he was like, "Okay, let's redo the scene, but when I say Dylan, wait, just turn around and say, no, I gotta keep on going. I gotta save Brody." And then so we did it again. He was like, "Dylan, wait," and then I stopped, looked at the camera. I'm like, "Oh wait, yeah." So we had to do that scene a couple of times, and you can even see the cut there because he had to cut me out of me turning around.
Brody, run!
Dude, so there were like neighbors out, and I didn't really want to do that because there were like people watching, but it was getting dark when we had to film the scene. So I ran down the neighborhood and shouted, "Brody, run," as loud as I could, and the people were staring at me. And yeah, that's pretty funny. I also love the music for the scene, but yeah. Brody, are you okay? Brody, is that you? Brody. Brody! Brody! No. Brody! Brody! Brody, are you okay? Brody, where did he go? Brody! So I like the scene a lot. This actually might be my most favorite scene in the whole movie because of the music and what actually happens. So, this was all in one scene. We wanted it to be in like one shot because it was like an important moment in the movie. And so we had to have someone recording and doing nothing. We had to have me like go up on the door, and then we had to have someone like open the garage. Then we had to have like Brody did. And so what we actually ended up doing was I would go up, bang on the door, and say, "Brody, are you open there?" And that would signal Charlie Perrette, who plays Brody, to press the garage open button and then shut and act dead on the floor. And so that would raise the garage. And then I would go in all in one shot, pick up the bat, and then find Brody dead. So yeah, we had to be creative with the way we did that shot, and I think it came out super good, but yeah. Hey, I'm really glad we were able to do this party for Josh and Brody.
Yeah, that's a sad thing. I feel bad for the people that lost them.
Yeah, I mean, the police still don't know who he is, and they're calling him Ghostface.
Police?
Yeah, from those old stab movies, have you seen them? But yeah, right here, this scene was supposed to be like a party, or like a thing to remember Brody and Joshua. The only two people who actually died in the movie so far, until we added Graham in there. So Graham's just a random side character, we don't know him, he just died. But yeah, this is the party for him. I'm playing baseball. The new character named Connor is introduced right there. And yeah, we're playing baseball right now at the party to remember them. Well, yeah, we're gonna catch him. What's funny is you can see in the background, like, we're playing catch and then Connor drops the ball like 4 times, which I think is funny, but yeah, his character in the movie's name is Connor Stogstill. But yeah, that's why Ghostface refers to him as Stogstill later in the movie, but yeah. Okay.
Wrap this up.
Oh shit. So yeah, right there it sounds like I say O-S-H-I-T, which I didn't. Connor was like, let's wrap this up, and I said, oh sure. And then he threw it like over my head. Like he's like, let's wrap that up. I'm like, oh sure. I did not say O-S-H-I-T. I wouldn't do that, but yeah, yeah, that's kind of funny. Hey man, I'm sorry for what happened to your brother Brody. He was a good person.
Yeah, I'm sorry what happened to Josh. It really sucks. For Brody and for Josh.
For Brody, for both of them.
For
both of them.
Brody.
So, the police don't know who he is yet.
Yeah.
They're calling him Ghostface, and
You got the thing from Stab?
yeah, the old movie.
I still haven't seen
We're gonna avenge both of them, okay?
Okay.
He got me twice in my leg. He got Josh, and he got Brody. I got an idea, guys. So he called me on the phone, right? I can go to recent calls, right? And I'm gonna call him back, and I'm gonna tell him, meet me in the Perrette house if you want to finally kill me. And we're all gonna be here, right? If the cops haven't found them yet, then we're gonna bring them to us, okay?
Okay.
For Brody and for Josh.
For Brody and Josh.
For Brody and Josh. I'm out of water.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some water for everyone.
Okay. So yeah, that scene was supposed to be like the scene in Scream 5 with the party for Wes. This is like for Brody, for Josh, for both of them. And yeah, we raise our drinks, which is water. And right there, the person next to him, that's it looks like Brody because it's the same actor, Charlie Perrette, but it's his twin brother. And that's why he holds up his jacket, because it was Brody's jacket and he's wearing it to remember him. This whole scene took over like an hour to film, and like we were like at the beginning of us filming the scene, we're all happy. Then at the end, in the final cut that made it, we were all just like kind of grumpy because it took an hour and it wasted like the whole day of us just trying to get that one scene perfect, because everyone kept on forgetting their lines. We kept on like doing stuff. And yeah, you can even see me nudge Connor to tell him to say his next line right here. I'm out of water. So yeah, in that scene you can actually see me nudge Connor to get water. But yeah, what I was telling them was the plan is to like go to recent calls and call Ghostface and say, meet me at the Perrette house. And then if you want to meet me at the Perrette house if you want to kill me, which that was actually the original plan. That's how the finale of the movie was going to go down after Connor dies. Spoiler alert. But yeah, a whole bunch of things changed, and but in the movie it kind of works out because it just seems like we're going to do that, but then Ghostface gets to us first. But yeah, so that does not happen at all.
What the heck is going on? What the? Who's flipping off the lights?
So yeah, this scene in the baseball scene before this was all filmed by Ollie, which is why he isn't here, because he's the neighbor. So yeah, he's not in these scenes because he's at his house. But yeah, right here, Connor's getting all drinks for all of us, and then Ghostface is flipping off the lights. And yeah, but yeah, here we go.
Hello?
Hello. Stogstill.
So yeah, he refers to him as Stogstill in that scene because his name is Connor Stogstill. But yeah, he gets a call by Ghostface, and yeah, he answers. Yeah, what Ghostface says next, it's like my favorite line in the movie by him because it's like such a good voice. But yeah.
Okay. Who's this?
You're about to find out in 1 second.
What?
Yeah, I'm glad we're having this party too. This is a pretty nice party. Baseball, football. Was that Connor?
Connor?
So yeah, right there, this is actually the first scene where I'm actually in the costume, and I go up and attack Connor. I'm not the killer, so but I was just in the costume, and I actually don't even have the mask on. Which, if you zoom in close, you can actually see like my nose and cheeks because I do not have the mask on at all. And I attack Connor, and then it cuts to me and Charlie still talking, waiting for our water, and then we hear a scream in the background. Like, is that Connor? So yeah, this is where like the rest of the movie gets like good and like the rest of the movie is like action. But yeah, we heard Connor scream and we go down and check him out.
Connor, what happened?
I got stabbed!
Where is he? Where'd he go? Which way? Where?
He went upstairs.
So Connor said Ghostface went upstairs. So what actually happened was Ghostface attacked Connor, went upstairs, took off his costume, put it in the bathroom, went out back, and then you can see Ollie running across the street, and comes to our door, and he's like, what happened? The only reason he knows Connor got stabbed is because he's the killer. So yeah, he took off his costume, hid it in the bathroom, then came back around. And yeah, there's actually a deleted scene where it shows Ollie, and then he hears the scream from Connor, and then he looks out the window. He's like, "What is that?" And then he starts running. But we took that out because it was like too short. And you couldn't tell what was happening. But yeah, here comes the neighbor, and I'm by the door, and I let him in.
Ghostface is still here. He's in the house. He got my friend. He's still here.
Show me.
I don't know where he's at. He's in this house. Connor. That's my friend Connor. He fell.
Okay.
He got stabbed. I don't know.
I'm dying. What are you looking at? What do you think? I need a ambulance right now.
Okay, right now I'm gonna call the police, okay?
Okay, please. Please, for the love of God.
Hello, there was this guy in my neighbor's house that was stabbed, and I'm pretty sure right now that he is dying, and we need people here ASAP, like right now.
I think that it's funny that Connor gets stabbed, and we're all just sitting around Connor, and then I'm up by the door waiting for Ollie for some reason, and it takes the neighbor to call the 911, to call a ambulance, as Connor says. But yeah, I think it's funny that it takes the neighbor to actually call the cops.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get stabbed then.
No time, I gotta go look for him.
Come on. Check all the doors.
So yeah, that's a pickup truck, but we're using that as an ambulance because we obviously don't have an ambulance on set. But yeah, that's Connor getting loaded off in the ambulance, and as they close the door, you can hear him say, "What if I get stabbed at the hospital?" Like that's ever happened in a Scream movie. But yeah, I like that scene a lot.
Guys, check every single room.
Don't leave a room unsearched.
Oh, Eli, there you are. We need your help with Ghostface. Come on. Yeah, there's been a lot of kills here. Anything?
No, nothing.
Anything?
So yeah, that's the same person that played Joshua Westman, and Ollie Perrette, the neighbor, actually refers to him as Eli. So I guess his second character is also Eli, which he was not supposed to be in the movie a second time. Which if you're watching that, you're like, why is he in here again? Maybe that's a mistake. No, he was actually whining because he was not in the movie, and so their dads just said, just make him be in the movie. So yeah, he's in here a second time, which I think is funny.
Dylan, did you find anything yet?
No, I haven't. I checked the bathroom, I checked the closet, I checked this whole room.
I checked my room.
I checked my room.
Eli checked the bathroom.
No, I checked it behind. I think I'm gonna go have to check downstairs. Because if we're ever gonna find him, he'll just run away if all four of us are down there. One of us needs to go.
Okay.
So I'll be that one to go.
So yeah, right there, he's saying like they'll just run away if all four of us go down there, which we actually haven't planned for him to be the killer at the moment. Like when all this was being filmed, we had no idea that who the killer was. We were actually gonna make it their dad, but he says they're all gonna run away if we go down there, which is actually convenient now that he actually ended up being the killer, because it's like he left his suit in the bathroom, so he wants to go down there by himself and they get the costume back so no one will see him putting the costume on, which is, yeah, so it actually makes sense now that he just wants to be alone so they won't see him put on his costume, but yeah. So yeah, he's at the bottom of the stairs, and we had to film that scene like 5 times because their dad was bringing in groceries from the store, and Ollie would turn the corner. I was the cameraman. Ollie would turn the corner to go downstairs. Then his dad would be walking upstairs with groceries. So he's like, and that happened like 4 times. He would turn the corner, and he would just make a big sigh because his dad was there bringing in groceries. But yeah, you can even see WWE in the background. But yeah. I like the scene where he checks behind the door because the music just like kicks in there. It makes it seem like Ghostface was behind the door even though he wasn't. But yeah, I just like that scene a lot. So much things in this movie just work out unintentionally. Because this scene right here, the iPad's on the ground because like nobody wanted to film the scene because Ollie was kind of rushing things, and so me and Charlie just went outside to play football, and nobody would film it with him, but he was like, fine, I'll do it myself. And so he put the iPad on the ground and he just acted like he was being dragged in by Ghostface. That was before we planned for him to be the killer. So basically this whole movie was being made up as we filmed it. But yeah, it's perfect because yeah, no one's actually in there to drag him in. He's just like faking his own death. He then like screams. That's right. But yeah, that's where he ditched his costume. So he puts it on. He then screams. And then while we're searching upstairs, we go down there and we see him there. And that's where the finale happens. But yeah, so it's actually pretty convenient. But that was actually never going to be the actual plan. But yeah, we actually had another plan. Was he gets dragged in by Ghostface. And then we hear him scream. We go down. We see him dead on the bathroom floor. We're like all sad and stuff. Then me and Charlie are the only 2 people left, not counting Eli, the 6-year-old. But yeah, because he's not in it besides his head in one scene. But yeah, like this has to end now. So we go upstairs and we were gonna call Ghostface's phone. Like, okay, meet me at Perrette house. But then when we call him, Ollie's phone was gonna go off, and then that's when we realized that Ollie was the killer, and then he comes up, stabs Charlie, then stabs me. That was gonna be an alternative ending, but we just decided not to do that because Ollie wanted to do a different scene, and I actually kind of like this scene better because like it's more intense. But yeah, yeah. here I come. Apparently I'm like a mile behind because Ghostface like attacked Charlie, and then I'm just now going down the stairs. But yeah, yeah, so what actually happened was Charlie got pushed over the couch, hit his head, and died. And then I go down, and it's just me and Ghostface.
It was me all along.
So yeah, that scene, he has an actual Ghostface mask, which most of the movie was actually used with a paper one, as you can see in the opening kill. And then, but this right here, and Graham's death, was actually had a real mask on, because he got it in the mail around this time and he wanted to use it. So yeah, that's why the mask changes, but yeah.
Cut!
Dude, that was a good rap. Dude, wasn't that good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think that can be our final cut. Yeah. It's going up on your channel, right? Only Perrette?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hey. I think it's gonna be good. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. It'll work out.
Guys, we have another problem.
So yeah, that whole ending scene, me and Charlie die, but then it says cut, and then we're like, we get up, we're fine, we dab each other up, and then the cameraman even shows himself. He's like, yeah, that was a pretty good cut. I'm like, yeah, so it's going up on your channel, Ollie Perrette, which isn't even his channel. I meant to say Ollie's premium channel, but I said Ollie Perrette. But yeah, yeah, and then basically it cuts, and then it shows another Ghostface outside. So basically the whole plot of the movie is that we're just a bunch of kids making a short film and just having fun. But then the whole time while making it, an actual Ghostface was stalking us on the set. And so at the end he says cut because it's all just a movie made by us. But then he's like, guys, we have another problem. And then it shows a real Ghostface on set stalking us. So yeah, it's going to be a real Ghostface attacking us, and all of us are going to be back since Perrette Scream's like a short film made by kids and none of us died. But then yeah, Perrette Scream, we're actually going to die. But yeah, in the next one, we're like actually going to die. We're going to get attacked by Ghostface. And we're actually using masks, an actual suit, a costume. We're using fake knives, fake blood. We're using my GoPro, which this is being filmed on. So yeah, it's going to be called Perrette Scream or MFO Scream because that's the name of my YouTube channel. And I'm the director in this one, and it's going to go up on my channel. So we're calling it Perrette Scream instead of Perrette Scream. But yeah, that is actually everything. But yeah, that's everything you missed and like just Easter eggs in the short film Perrette Scream. But yeah, this is kind of a long video. But yeah, I hope you liked it. If you haven't, go check out Perrette Scream, even though you basically saw it all. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. But yeah, that movie, we worked on it for so long, like 4 months in total. So make sure just to subscribe, because it took us so long. But yeah, have a good day, and bye.